Welcome back, students. We will now cover the topic of indifferent curve. So, indifference curve is a topic under consumer preference, and we are going to look at what is basically known as the indifference curve. All right, your lectures, you will see that it's topic 5, consumer preference indifference curve. All right, so the first slide, the second slide asks you what is it, and then the answer is this. All right, when you talk about the indifference curve, it's a graphical representation or a combination of products that can give you the same satisfaction or utility, thereby making them indifferent. So more or less, it's a curve because it's plotted on a graph, and it gives you a combination of products that give you the same satisfaction or utility, thereby making them indifferent. Most importantly, it shows amount of another substitute good a consumer is willing to give up in order to have one good while still remaining satisfied. Demonstrates consumer preference and limitations of a budget. So when you look at the indifference curve, because microeconomics is a science that is made up of calculations to give you a quantitative value of certain things, such as the representations of utilities, you would see that the indifference curve basically employs a graph to give you that kind of indication. All right, so it basically talks about the amount of another substitute good a consumer is willing to give up in order to have more of one good while still remaining satisfied. So, for instance, in a week, a person has a budget to buy 3 packets of Nescafe and sort of uh, the little sachets that you drink, instant coffee, and two sort of sachet or packets of green tea. So you would see that green tea, because of its affordability and because it's a bit rare, those green herbal tea, you would say that it's a bit expensive. So let's say the person has a budget of 3 kina for two, 3 kina for three sort of Nescafe packets at 1 kina each, and then from there they have a budget of 350 for one sachet packet of green tea, which gives you a total of 10 kina. So for instance, so if they want to sort of increase their coffee, that means that a to add 3 more packets of sachet coffee at a price of 1 kina each, they will forego 1 packet of green tea or one sachet of green tea. So that is what it means by the indifference curve, and you can get all these sort of indications, and then you quantify them, and then you plot them in a graphical form. All right, the features of an indifference curve. The indifference curve slopes downwards to the right, indicating that when the amount of one commodity is increased, the amount of the other commodity in the combination is reduced. So it gives you an example there. Indifference curves are convex to the origin, point of intersection of the x-axis and y-axis. All right, so you see that it's always downward sloping. Basically, if you see those 3 dots there, if you see the first dot, it's at 1 and 4. But if you try to increase on your horizontal axis from 1 to 2, you would note that your vertical axis drops from 4 to 2. So in other words, the downward sloping curves, because of the fact that when the amount of one commodity is increased, the amount of the other commodity decreases. So that is the whole basis why we use an indifference curve. So you all see this consumer utility indifference curve are all calculated to give you the most efficient sort of manner to use resources, and because of the fact that resources are scarce, as a result, economists make decisions at the margin, so which sort of decisions will give them the most utility, and an aid or a mechanism that helps them make such a decision is an indifference curve. So they can actually plot and they can quantify what exactly is needed at that price and at that level that they're producing it, and how they can improve basically to increase efficiency. All right, so now we look at